Folks, I have a very important video for you today. Some chess games are more instructive than others. I believe this one is very, very instructive. I'm going to first and foremost show you how to play the Sicilian opening for black, the Sicilian four knights variation, my favorite opening, one of my favorite openings for black. And also, there's a lot of trinkets in this game, a lot of good things to learn from. So please hang on to your seats, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the ride here. Okay, so here's knight f6. If my opponent decides to push, he would lose a pawn, obviously, so you don't want to do that. If he decides to chop away the knight first, then push the pawn, I put my knight in the center, and after trades, we get this. And no matter what he does, we're going to push this pawn to undermine the center, and after he takes, we have a clean game, and we're going to castle. So that's nice. However, back to the game, after knight f6, my opponent played bishop e3. If they play something like bishop g5, I like to play, put the pressure right back on him, and after something like queen d3, I'll play queen a5, putting pressure on them. If they take, that's fine. You may be concerned about the double pawns. It's completely fine. I would probably just castle here, put my king in the corner, use this lane for my rook to attack the king if he's there, and that's fine. But back to the game, my opponent played bishop e3. I pinned the knight. Now you can see I'm attacking this pawn. He trades first. There's a couple of things he can do. He can also play bishop d3 to protect the pawn. He trades. A lot of players do that. And we have queen f3. Now I play queen a5. Again, it's a natural move for my queen to develop, to get out there. My queen can also come all the way across the board at some point and go attack the king side. I'm also threatening to just win a pawn here with check and win the rook. So my opponent comes back wisely with bishop d2. This is a blitz game, a 3-minute blitz game, by the way. My opponent's a strong player, so he's putting up a good fight, obviously. Okay, so I play in the center here. And after we have this, okay, again, if my opponent trades, that wouldn't be as good because I would take away, right, like this, open up my bishop, also open up my rook to attack. White's hanging in here, but it's a pretty dangerous position to play. So for that reason, my opponent pushed. I come back and attack the pawn. Notice how in this opening, all right, we have a lot of good things at play. We have to watch out for our opponent's attack, but we have a lot of good attack on ourselves, right? We had an attack here first. He had to defend. Now we're attacking the pawn. So he might defend. He might not. He actually goes for this, a counterattack. Now, again, you don't know what your opponent's exactly going to play. You always have to ask yourself, what's your opponent's plan or idea? So right here, he's threatening checkmate on the spot. So here I play g6. Now, of course, we could play h6. We could play f5. I play g6. Now, g6 is fine. We just have to know what it does. It does weaken the dark squares. However, I do have a dark square bishop. So if I move my rook away and put my bishop back here, we're in business. But you just have to be aware of what you're doing. It's fine. Okay, f4. He's going to plan on going f5 at some point. Now, again, a very thematic thing to do in this opening because a lot of times your bishop gets trapped. He has a good bishop, right? We have a bad bishop. So what do? We force a trade of bishops. Now I get rid of my bad piece at the same time getting rid of his good piece. So I trade, and now I bring my queen back. Why do I bring my queen back? Because at some point he's going to hit my bishop, and let's say I make a random move. He hits my bishop, I move my bishop out of the way, and he has discoveries on my queen. So we don't want that. So I move my queen out of the way. He comes here, and now I trade. I know I said I wanted to keep my bishop for this, but in this case, his bishop's kind of blocked in by his own pieces, and I'm actually using this because I saw a great square for my knight. And it's a light square. He has a dark square bishop, which means the only way he can get rid of this knight is by getting rid of material, right? So first I go to c5, hit the queen, use that as a tempo. When the queen moves, I jump into e4, a great square, and my opponent immediately goes for queen h6. Now, he wanted to embed his queen in there because he wants to always have this, type of mating attack. He wants to do something like this with the dark square bishop. However, it's good to know patterns in chess. It's great to know mating patterns in chess. So, do you see a possible mating pattern that the only way for my opponent to stop it is to give back material? Well, this is why you have pieces on good squares. The knight allows me to play queen b6. Now, if my opponent comes back, right, which he did, check, and he has to play rook takes knight. Now, what happens if he doesn't? We have the smothered mate combination. There's a double check. He comes here. I throw in check with my queen. He's got to take with the rook and checkmate. Therefore, after this check, he's got to take with the rook, and now he's down material. Okay, so now he pushes. He's giving some air for his king and possibly pushing at some point. I don't know. I block his bishop. I'm defending. I'm getting a tempo. He wants to keep up some sort of tempo or get a tempo on me, so he hits my queen, which is a good idea because not only that, of course I'm going to win a pawn, but now with tempo he comes to h4. And he does have some scary things going on, right? So, what do I do here? I just showed you what I did there, but again, it's scary. If I play the wrong move here, I'm getting checkmated, so we have to be careful, right? Now, it's not a bad thing to have my dark squares open, but we have to be aware of it. So I play here f6. f6 allows me to play rook f7. So after he takes, I give back a pawn. Again, we can't be afraid to give back some material in chess when we're up. But now I play rook f7. He comes here. Again, rook f7, obviously guarding checkmate. He comes up here to, I don't know what, but I take. Now, I could have taken with the queen as well, but I take with the pawn. Again, I'm not scared of this because I can just take, so I'm not scared of that. And here he plays that. Rook c1, attacking my queen. I come back, and now I have a passed pawn. I'm pushing my passed pawn. He starts pushing his pawn. I protect this pawn on c6. He pushes again, and now I push on f4. Now this does a couple of things. It allows my queen to come back and defend against this attack. It also blocks his queen from this diagonal, so I can play something like this, and he can't take my pawn. So anyway, he takes. I take with the queen. Actually, it was to take with the pawn. I was afraid of this, and now he's threatening mate here. But then I can just simply play that and pin his queen, and that ends the game on the spot. But I took with the queen, which is fine, but technically not as good. And then he trades, which is very bad. He thought it was very good, though, because he has rook to d1. Now we're in the endgame phase of the game. And he converted into an endgame intentionally, right? However, he was wrong. He misread the position. He didn't evaluate it clearly. And he thought he's going to get this pawn. And, maybe he's all right here. I don't know why he would think that, but that's what, obviously he did it for a reason. Now, it doesn't even work because I can protect this pawn. Now, this passed pawn is very important. And again, I can't put my rook here to protect it. And my rook's the only thing that can, I guess this rook can protect it too. But if I protect it with this rook, it works. I was just a little risky. I was a little afraid of something like this. And then I push, and I don't know. I was just kind of, I had 30 seconds left. I was scared. So I just simply played rook takes f6, which is, computer says, is an excellent move. Thank you, computer. And the whole point is, it's a safer way to play. It gets the job done. It's a safer way to play. I can now play my rook here because there's no bishop attacking this. I'm protecting this pawn. And not only that, I'm not really giving up material a little bit, but I'm going to get this pawn now. There's no way he can defend this, right? His king's too far away. So basically, I just consolidated my advantage into a different way. I push my pawns, connect them all, and slowly build up here. And this is just a matter of technique. But I just make some trades here. I force a trade of rooks, and I get the queen. And I went on to win this game. Actually, he played all the way through, and I'll just show you. This is all with 3, 2, 1 seconds left on the clock. And that's where we stopped the game. He resigned. So anyway, hopefully you guys found that video helpful. If you did, check out this one. I'll catch you guys next time. Go play some chess.